whispers of eternal shadows. In a world cloaked in perpetual darkness, where the moon never rose and stars were but faint memories, there existed a forsaken land known as the Shadow Realm. It was a place where nightmares took on corporeal form and where the most horrifying fantasies of humanity's collective subconscious festered. At the heart of this desolate realm lay the city of Umbra, a sprawling metropolis shrouded in an eternal twilight. Its towering spires and labyrinthine streets seemed to stretch into infinity, casting long, looming shadows that whispered of unspeakable horrors. In Umbra, the ruling class was a sinister cabal of sorcerers known as the Umbral Council. They derived their power from the very darkness that enveloped the land, channeling it into arcane rituals that could bend reality itself to their twisted desires. The city's inhabitants lived in perpetual fear, their lives a tapestry of suffering and despair. Amidst the suffering, there lived a young woman named Elara, her bright green eyes an anomaly in a city where darkness reigned supreme. Orphaned at a young age, she had grown up on the streets, surviving by her wits and a knack for thievery. But Elara possessed a secret that set her apart from the rest, a mysterious mark on her wrist that pulsed with an inner light, a gift of untold power that she had yet to fully comprehend. One fateful night, while attempting to pilfer a relic from the Umbral Council's forbidden archives, Elara inadvertently unleashed a malevolent force, an ancient, vengeful spirit imprisoned for centuries. The entity, known as the Shadow King, sought to harness Elara's unique abilities to break free from his ethereal prison and plunge the world into eternal darkness. As the Shadow King's influence grew, the very fabric of reality began to unravel. Nightmares escaped from the minds of the city's inhabitants, manifesting as grotesque creatures that roamed the streets, feeding on fear and chaos. The once dreaded Umbral Council found themselves powerless in the face of this new threat. Desperate and alone, Elara embarked on a perilous journey to unlock the true potential of her mysterious mark. Along the way, she encountered a motley crew of outcasts, a reclusive scholar who had studied the Shadow King, a rogue thief with a heart of gold, and a fallen knight seeking redemption. Together, they braved the horrors of the Shadow Realm, facing their deepest fears and confronting the darkest corners of their own souls. As Elara's power grew, so did her connection to the Shadow King. She discovered the true origin of the mark on her wrist and the terrible price that came with wielding its power. To save her world, she had to confront the Shadow King on his own terms, in a final battle that would test the limits of her strength, courage, and sacrifice. In a climactic showdown between light and darkness, Elara faced the Shadow King, wielding the full extent of her newfound abilities. But victory came at a heartbreaking cost, as she was forced to make a choice that would forever change the fate of the Shadow Realm and its tortured inhabitants. As the first rays of a long-forgotten dawn broke through the eternal darkness, Umbra crumbled to dust, and the Shadow Realm began to heal. But the price of Elara's victory lingered in the hearts of those who had survived, a reminder that in the darkest of times, the light of hope and the strength of the human spirit could overcome even the most terrifying of fantasies. Yet some whispered that the Shadow King's malevolent laughter still echoed in the deepest recesses of their nightmares, a chilling reminder that true terror never truly dies.